Hi, Mr. Dwart. So this is my final reflection vlog, and I couldn't find my first video, so I really hope I did it. I'm pretty sure I did it. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't do it. So I just went back to my original vlog that I took at the very beginning of the year with Professor Cristiano, and I based all of my stuff off of that. Um, and so, with the first question, um, how and why did your study groups affect your math comprehension, course grade, overall confidence in the course? Um, Really, I found a lot of leadership aspects in myself throughout the year, um, mainly because when I was with other people, I would see their struggles and I would pick up on it and try to help them. And by helping them, I was in fact training myself. And so um, that really helped in my math comprehension because I was able to see, especially. Um, Unfortunately, Megan dropped the class, but Megan, as a thinker, I really worked with well. She had a different perspective on a lot of things, um, but we would butt heads, but it was always like an intellectual butting of heads. It wasn't so much like you're wrong, I'm right. It's like we're trying to figure this out together, so let's just spit out ideas and see what works. It never turned into an argument or anything like that. And as far as my course grade, uh, I would attribute most of my course grade to doing homework because, like I said in my last video, I didn't do my homework in high school, and that is the main thing that's changed as I've gone into college. Um, I've been doing homework, and by doing homework, I've been excelling in the class. And by excelling in the class, I try not to just lead the class in numbers, but also lead my peers with uh, right here, lead my peers with my like work ethic. And the example of that is Sarah always says that she's struggling, blah blah blah. So I try to help her when I can in the study sessions on Thursdays, but then I would like tell her, yo, you need to go to the tutor center, because that's what I did. This year I've gotten tutors. I've done all my homework there, and so I suggested that she go to tutors. If she heeded that advice, not as much, but what I would do in turn is try to get her to come at the same time as me, and so therefore, like she's more comfortable working in the tutor centers. And then my confidence in the course of my confidence overall has gone so much better since I've been in these honors math classes, because for the longest time my self-confidence was shot because I tied my own self-worth to a letter grade in high school. And so for the longest time I thought I was just stupid. And it wasn't so much that I thought I was stupid, but I knew that the school kind of thought I was stupid, if that makes sense. And that kind of messed with me. I never really cared. As you can see, I'm not stupid in math. I can do it whenever I want. It's just if they want to make me want to do it. And you, Professor Dwart, are one of the greatest math professors I've ever had, because you have seen the applications that I wanted to use in math, and you've talked to me and helped me grow my own ambition to learn and study the field of math. So I thank you for that. Um, from my experience in the study groups, what did I learn about myself as a learner? I just went over all of that. So yeah, and then collaboration. When me and Steven get together, we can just. I feel like me and Steven could do any problem, any problem. So there's that. Because me and Steven, very similar in how we work and we structure our math. And so, like that one work problem where we had the 20-foot wide pool, we actually got that one right. And I think that was because me and Steven, we just went back and forth. We would do it. We'd look at each other's work, find similar things, decide if that was the way, and then overall, we just kind of made it there. Um, my communication as a learner, one of the things that I guess like passively developed, just having to constantly try to explain things, it kind of made me think of math as a way of symbols representing sentences than us just like a system of symbols. And then I started to see that in other aspects of academics with the logic class, and I was like, wow, that's interesting. That looks just like math. It's just symbols representing sentences. And so since I've thought of math like that, it's much easier to relate it back to real life. Um, do I feel, or how can you use what you've learned in this process? Well, I'm going to use every single skill that I've had throughout my work in the groups in math for the rest of my life. Like I just said, being able to break down life to symbols and then working with that system of symbols, everything kind of seems logical to me now. So I look at everything in a very logical sense, and then I try to balance that with my compassion and my empathy, and they've kind of turned into like these two separate spheres. But I can use my logic to empower my empathy and compassion. So that's how I see it. Outside of math class and outside of school, every time I work in a group with other people where I have to be like, hey, this is what's happening, this is where it's going, not working, or maybe vice versa, it is working, and trying to argue that. Do you feel the study group applications were of value to your learning? Yes, of course they were. Going through some of the competencies with Steven and Sarah, and coming into these really, really, really hard problems that we didn't really know, but we knew we should know, and so we would just kind of work together and legit combine our three brains. Like, that's how I felt, is that we were legit combining our brains together and figuring it out. What suggestions do I have that can improve the study group model? I don't know. It's a pretty good study group model. I don't know how much more complex you could get with a study group without infringing on their freedom. Maybe like you could tailor the right here I said you could tailor the problems to real world applications, coding, programming, etc. I don't know how much that applies to calculus in hindsight. So what I would do is I would say you should have the kids make their own problems, and that's kind of like getting the same thing done, just in reverse. So that was me growing up in my first year of college. I would say that I'm the same person I was, but so completely different. I was able to come out of my shell and empower myself and really be the individual that I wanted to see in the world. And all of my professors have been able to do that. Yeah, so that's me. Thank you for teaching Calculus 1. I hope I made you proud as a professor. I do plan on pursuing math in the future, so thank you.